What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers. And I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. The Curious Case of Kevin Hart Part 3. Uh, you know what? I pretty much think this is the end of the road for me. I've been sticking to this case very vehemently. And, because Kevin Hart and comedy in general is very important to me. It's a part of art, and art is very important to me. And I don't think it should be tainted or hindered or any of that shit. I think it should be, free for it because it's the greatest form of expression to me. And we already know about the whole Kevin Hart shit and what's been happening with him uh, being held back from hosting the Oscars, then him taking a stand because he made a few jokes that referenced gay people. And then he came back, he apologized, and but he still said he didn't want to host the Oscars or whatever. Finds himself on Ellen DeGeneres, and Ellen says, "Hey, we want you to host the Oscars. It's not a big deal." Then this Negro Don Lemon from CNN, who's emotional as shit, went on a whole you would swear that this nigga was about to cry on CNN. Don Lemon, talking about how he wants Kevin Hart to be a ally, or better yet, a leader, for to change things for the LGBTQ community within the Black community, and I already discussed that. But what I want to discuss now is, God, this is going to be a short video. I'm going to try to make this short. This guy just apologized again on his Sirius XM show. He came back and Jesus Christ. I told you that this nigga was a cuck. That Kevin Hart, once he cucked up, I've said this before, once the social justice mob comes after you, you do not apologize, because it's literally blood in the water to sharks. You do not do it. So here he comes again. I'm going to read his comments, his apology. He says, once again, Kevin Hart apologizes for his remarks that hurt members of the LGBTQ community. I apologize. I'm moving on from this because I'm hoping the apology is accepted. I'm not homophobic and have never been. I'm reading the article here. He thought it was okay. I thought it was okay to talk like that because that's how we talk to one another. He says he understands that this is wrong. Now we're in a space where I'm around people of the LGBT community, and I'm now aware of how those words make them feel. The fight is, what is this? The fight is the will and the want for equality. I'm riding with you guys. I understand you. In the fight for equality, that means that there has to be an acceptance for change. If you don't want to accept people for their change, then where are you trying to get the equal part? Where does the equality part come in? He continued, I think that in the times that we're living in, we have to be understanding and accepting of people and change. Bottom line. Okay. So then it says Hart's friends encourage him to host the Oscars, but the comedian noted that you're talking about 2 weeks. I don't have time to prepare it and do it correctly. So look, okay, let's address the apology first. You apologized once, which again, you shouldn't have done, but you did. Now you're back again. Dude, it's over. And especially after this Negro Don Lemon came on, you do that shit. You know what the biggest joke here is? You know what the real joke here is? And pun intended, you Kevin, you literally bent over for Don Lemon and the LGBTQ community. That's what's funny. That's the fucking joke at the end of the day. You bent over. And anybody not believing in the gay mafia before this, you better believe now. Because listen, they threw this guy in the ringer, dude. Look, so let's move on to him talking about that he only has 2 weeks and he doesn't have time to prepare it and do it correctly. So that's essentially admitting that you would go back and do it. You would go back had you had the time. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Dude, let me tell you something. You know what? I've already told you this is art to me, so I hold it close to my heart. Okay? Any comedian now that's coming up behind Kevin Hart, he just threw y'all under the bus. You're fucked. You know? Because essentially he said, listen, look, I got my money. I'm good. I'm going to continue doing this shit. Fuck y'all that's coming up behind me. And the reason I say that is because he essentially just set precedents. Now, any comedian that makes a joke about gay people, now anyone could get offended. They could go back fucking 10 years, 20 years. I mean, we all know with all this shit, there's no statute of limitations upon a joke, apparently, or upon anything nowadays. Dude, you're fucked. You're done. And I think it's so fucked up because the people that paved the way for Kevin Hart, your Red Foxes, Lenny Bruce's, George Carlin's, all these guys were uncensored. Joan Rivers, all these guys said what needed to be said. Richard Pryor, it's unapologetic humor. That's it. You're supposed to recognize it. Anybody could get it. But now what Kevin Hart essentially did was, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go get my money. Now, granted, I did say in the beginning that he should have had that mentality. Like, no, I got my money, but I'm not gonna apologize. That combination would have been perfect. Look, I got my money. I'm good. I'm not gonna apologize to you. I'm good. But now apologizing for a second time, admitting you would go do the Oscars, but you know, there's not enough time. Dude, he just shit all over every fucking edgy comedian that's coming up after him. So, listen, I'm done with Kevin Hart. He got that movie coming out with Bryan Cranston called The Upside that looks, you know, it looks like a good drama comedy. But, you know, it looked like a good combo because I love both of them. Well, loved Kevin Hart and I love Bryan Cranston, but I don't even want to go see that because this dude, this dude just left a foul taste in my mouth. No homo. And yes, that's a joke. Get over it. You know? And then you got this Negro, just to top it off, you got this Negro, Don Lemon, coming back saying, you know, he doesn't want to be an ally. I guess that's his choice. Yeah, because he's a comedian. He's an actor, not an activist. When are you going to... I'm done. The only one who kind of was honest in this whole situation just recently was Chris Rock. Said, hey, listen, he said it kind of jokingly. I don't want to host the Oscars. He said at some award show. Listen, I'm with him. Don't host that shit because if your whole life is gonna be put under scrutiny, fuck it. Especially if you're a comedian. Yeah, you're gonna say edgy shit. That's just the name of the game. But yeah, I'm fucking done with Kevin Hart. You cucked up. I'm done. Louis C.K., you're up there now. You're my favorite dude right now because you're not apologizing so far. Do not apologize. I'm done. Kevin Hart, fuck you. You cucked up. And that's it. That comedy just lost a good one. There's a big hole in comedy right now. So that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Please like and share my videos. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love. Leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches. Rest in peace, comedy.